Hey everybody, what's going on? Well, I got a project today. I'm going to be replacing this and the derailleur and the shifter with this derailleur. It's a 12-speed, and the shifter is also a 12-speed, and the crème de la resistance, this. That's the new 12-speed cassette that I have, and ooh, it is a pretty one. That thing's gonna shine. I'm gonna keep it shining too. Gonna have to lengthen the chain just a little bit. I'm not sure about how much, but I got some extra chain there, and it also came with its own chain, which is also gold, but I'm gonna leave this as a spare. I'm just gonna use that because that chain up there is also the chain here. So yeah, I got a project. I will keep you informed and keep you updated. Okay, front tire is off, and the first thing I'm going to need to do is, well, besides take this quick release off, is to pull this cassette off. And in order to do that, I'm going to need it's like a chain cassette tool type of thing. Because when how the cassette loosens, it loosens this way, but as you can see, it also rotates freely that way. So what I'm going to have to do is stop that, which is not going to be a problem because I'm going to make my own with this stick. What I'm going to do is drill like a pilot hole. Then I'm going to take maybe a length of either that chain or that chain and drill it in here and kind of make my own. So hopefully that will be successful. I'm pretty sure it will be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So I will let you know. Alright, so this is what I have. And what this is going to do is that's going to wrap around this to stop this from spinning, and the length will give me some leverage, and it'll just lock on a wrench to that thing and just start turning. But I can't do that with one hand, and I don't have my tripod set up yet. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get the tripod. Hold on. Okay, I got you on the tripod now. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this cassette off. Oh! Just try not to knock the tripod over in the process. There we go, let's readjust, we're good. Would you quit doing that? Ugh. There. Alright, got this right there. Got this little cassette tool. this up here. Stop that. Stop that. Let's go ahead and put that loose. Voila. And this thing comes right off. I could use some cleaning, but and this cassette is now off. Well, now that I got them both off, you can tell size comparison. This is a I think a 52T or a 48T there, and this is a 52. Let's see if I can get one in here. There's 40. That's 46. That's what this outer ring here is, a 46. And this one's a 52, which is the outer edge. Yeah, I think this is a 10T instead of an 11. Come on, focus. Focus. It's not going to focus on me, so hold on. Let me check. Yeah, that's also a 10, when this inner rim here was an 11. That's the lowest gear you can go, the highest gear you can go. That's your speed gear there. And this one's your easiest gear. This one's your hardest. Your easiest, your hardest. So yeah, let's go clean that hub up and get this bad boy on there. Well, as I get it cleaned up a little bit, there's a little bit of notching in here, but I mean, it's not bad at all. That's from when I had the 9-speed on, and with the 9-speed it had individual cogs that went on here, and that's why it's marked up in different places. But it's not bad. See those little pits there? That was just from them just from the cogs grabbing on. I mean, that's not bad. I'll go ahead and throw some grease on this thing and I'll throw some grease on this thing and get the other one on. Alright. I just got done putting some of this grease on there. That helps protect the aluminum and all of that. So now, there we go. those little notches in here, if you can see that. And there's a little notch. So line up the little notch in there. Now let's see if it's even going to fit. So far so good. So far so good. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to lube this up as well. That just prevents it seizing, prevents any water from getting in there and contaminating everything. Plus, it's a little easier to get off. It fits. We now have a 12-speed cassette. This down. And what I'll do later is I'll go through with a torque wrench and torque this to, I think it's like 90 nanometers, or some crazy shit like that. I'll look it up. But there we go. We have 12-speed, good-looking cassette. Ooh, that thing looks pretty. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is going to do me well. Now, next thing I got to do is pull this derailleur off, which is not going to be hard at all. And replace this derailleur with the other one. However, I can't hook up the cable yet because I got to replace this cable. And the shifter. Which is actually not going to be hard to do at all. I think I'm going to maybe just pull this off and do it now. Do that first. And I could run the cable and take off that derailleur. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, I got the new shifter on. Fits really nice. And I got the new cables strung. Those are going to work really nice. Now it's time to change out the derailleur. Alright, got the cable strung. I'm going up here into the new derailleur. Kind of like how this loops around. And it looks like the limit screws are Allen wrenches, which is helpful. So now all I need to do is get the tire back on and get the chain back on. With this, I can pretty much eyeball how far in or out it needs to go, but it's always better with the chain on, so I'm just gonna throw the tire back on and go ahead and resize that chain, because I'm gonna have to do that. And this thing works pretty good. That there. And it shifts down there. So we're good to go with that. So I'm going to throw that tire back on and grab that other chain from up here. Add it to that one there. And go ahead and size it. Which is really not hard to do at all. You really don't even have to put it through the derailleur to size the chain, because what you'll want to do is put your chain on the drive tire on the biggest ring, on the biggest cog, which is we'll get up here, which is that right there. And on your chain ring, you'll want to put it on the biggest cog here, the biggest ring, and you'll want to stretch it out until it meets in the middle. Then you'll want to add one, maybe two links extra to provide tension, to provide a little bit of play in here, because you don't want it tight. You want it to have some kind of a curve. If it's tight, then yeah, your chain is too tight. So yeah, I'm gonna get going on doing that now. Okay, well, I got the chain sort of sized. Probably still needs a little bit of work. However, I'm noticing, well, I got the upper limit set. Because when I go up in that and I can't push on that anymore, and it's not jumping the tracks. However, when I come down here, so it's lowest gear, as you can tell, the chain is not engaging that last cog, and this is loose, so that's as far as that derailleur is going to go over. One little mistake that I forgot to do when I put the cassette on is, I don't know if you can see it here. But in there's a little spacer. I forgot to take that out. What that will do is allow this cassette to move over just a little bit and allow that final gear to engage, because it'll be over just one, and the limit screws are pretty much set. So I need to take this cassette back off, pull that spacer out, put it back on, and yeah, essentially redo this. But as it sits right now, I'm gonna get it back into its highest gear. Come on. That's its highest gear, and as you can tell, the chain is taut, but it's not. Actually, I probably could take a couple more links out of this. So that's kind of loose. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull this tire back off, and look how close that is. It's not hitting the tire. It's not hitting the rim. Top down view of it. Ooh, that's close though. That's real close. I'm gonna have to back this screw out just a little bit more and kind of bring that back a little. Because even though it's clearing, it doesn't have much clearance, so I don't want to risk anything there. But yeah, I'm gonna need to pull the cassette back off. Live and learn, I guess. See you shortly. This is a little spacer I'm talking about. Just that little thing there. You can tell it fits perfectly as a spacer here. But that's the difference between shifting from regular gear to a not shifting into the high gear. So I'll just put that back on and try it again. Okay, as you can tell now, it's in the lowest gear. Crank that over. There we go. Like a glove. So the high is, shut up, thank you. So the high and low limit screws are set. So it's not going to go over too far this way and jump the chain in between here. And it's not going to go too far this way and bind the chain up in here. That's what those two screws are for. What this screw is here, it's to adjust the tension here. So either pull it back or move it forward. I'm going to have to adjust that just a little bit more, as you can see there. and it's like all the way, so I'm gonna have to adjust that just a little bit more. Then I can play with the adjustments for individual gears, and that's the tricky part. And that's mostly done with that barrel adjuster here. It's like if you're riding along and you hear it wanting to skip a gear or something like that, just give this a couple of turns until the noise goes away. And that's essentially what I'm going to be doing here to fine-tune these gears. Look at how pretty that is. Ooh, it's all shiny. Probably not going to last long, but it's still pretty shiny. Well, now since I got everything on and everything's somewhat adjusted, still need to do something with this wire. I think I'm going to clip it and cap it about right here. Still like this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna clip that, cap it, put the front wheel guard back to where it's supposed to be so I can rest my feet on it, flip it around, put the back tires back on it, and throw it on the trainer and do a little swifting to see how it's gonna act under pressure. With a little bit of resistance on it to see if everything's gonna go okay. And I know tomorrow is not one of my ride days. However, I think I'm going to make an exception just to test this out, just to see what she's all about. Probably nothing big, but who knows, performance may impress me. I may do an extended ride. I don't know. We will see. So, see you on Swift. Okay, as you can see, the bike is now on the trainer. It's still a pretty thing. However, there's this little glitch that I have remembered. In order to record on the phone has to be in record mode. In order to use Swift on the computer, well, the other computers, I have several, but in order to use Swift on that one, I have to use the companion app through my phone, which I would be recording on. So, yeah, let me go figure this out, and I think I just may use my other camera and download it from there. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.